This is the newly updated Xpeng G9. Today I'll be testing range and consumption, the cabin noise, but also the charging. Welcome to It's Only Electric. Let us start with the basics.
It's only electric.
It is a full-size SUV measuring 4.9 meters in length with a wheelbase of 3 meters. It weighs just over 2.4 tons. It's all-wheel drive with a permanent magnet synchronous motor at the back, delivering 258 kilowatts, and a smaller induction motor at the front, delivering 165 kilowatts. Total power is 423 kilowatts or 576 horsepower with 695 Newton meters of torque. 0 to 100 in 4.2 seconds with a top speed of 200 kilometers per hour. It is an 800 volt system and it should be able to charge from 10 to 80% in 12 minutes with a top speed of 525 kilowatts. When it comes to AC charging, it charges at 11 kilowatts. We will see about the charging speeds later in this video. The battery pack now has a gross capacity of 93.1 kilowatt hours and a net capacity of 92.2. Its stated WLTP has increased to 540 kilometers. It drives on these 21-inch wheels with Continental Viking Contact 7 tires, winter tires, and they measure 255/45 all round. Let's drive. Doing the range and consumption test of the G9 performance. It's the same road, same stretch every time. It's a fixed route of 80 kilometers with varied speeds between 50 all the way up to 110 kilometers per hour. The average speed should be 93 kilometers per hour. We have a couple of set rules, and the first one is we always stick to the speed limit. The second one is we drive the car in eco mode, and the third one is we put the AC on eco and 20 degrees. And I have done all these things. I just passed 25 kilometers and the average consumption right now is 21.1 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. So not the best conditions, but it's driving on 21-inch wheels with winter tires, and it's 6 to 7 degrees outside, cloudy, no sun to heat the cabin, so the car needs to heat it up and so on. So I think it's pretty average. This is not the full review of the Xpeng G9. To see that, it's linked up here. My brother has already done that and he will go through the car in more details, all its quirks and features. But I will add some personal opinions and some thoughts about it. And to start with, these leather seats, these thigh support, the massage function, the ventilation, the heating, they're amazing. And I love this new cappuccino color. It suits the car really great. It's pretty light color, but it looks amazing. The audio sound system in this fully equipped G9 performance is amazing. I think it's one of the best ones. Really clear highs, crisp sound, nice mids, punchy bass. You can really crank the volume. So I think this is one of my favorite sound systems overall. I don't know if it's as good as the Volvo Baron Wilkins, but it's close. And for me overall, the G9 feels like the old German cars did. It feels well put together. It's really nice, soft touch materials. There's no gaps. It looks amazing and it really feels premium. And of course it's expensive, but I don't know any other cars in this price segment that's better priced for this fit and finish and this feel of materials. Leather or leatherette everywhere, soft touch material. It still lacks some features. I think a heads-up display should be mandatory in this premium segment. Another thing I think a little bit lacking is there's no height adjustment on the passenger side. Like you cannot raise the front of the seat. That's a little bit strange because it's a premium car. You can do it on the driver's side, and it's just enough for me. I don't think this is enough for my brother. I don't think his thighs would touch the seat, but the thigh support overall for me is great, and I'm 186 centimeters. So I'm trying the lane keep assist and it doesn't slow down. It should slow down. Oh, it's slowing down. Let's see. No, now we're on the other side. I think it would have made it in the wrong lane. And here, let's try again. Okay, this one was pretty decent. but it didn't slow down enough on the first corner, but now it's doing it really great. So it seems to work pretty decent. A little bit. Okay, it managed. So it did go down to 60 kilometers per hour. So I just passed 40 kilometers, and the average consumption right now is 19.6 kilowatt-hours per 100 kilometers. And this seems fairly decent for such a big car, a performance car. Let's see now. This is the hardest part. It's braking 60 kilometers per hour. It should drive 40. But it managed it. Okay. Nice. Okay, now it's turned off. But it managed the hardest part. And this is the second hardest part, but it turned off just before. Let's try to speed up a little bit and do the speed limit warning system. That's mandatory for all European cars. Let's see. It's beeping right now. And now I don't know. There should be a warning message that says, do you want to turn off the speed limit warning system? But it didn't. But you could just swipe down and press the overspeed alarm. Press that and it's off. But normally you don't even have to swipe down and press this button. It will pop up a window. There's always someone in our comments commenting, why do you explain how to turn off the speed limit warning system? You shouldn't drive too fast, slow down. We agree. I don't say drive too fast. I don't say exceed the speed limit. But if you check now, the car says it's a 90 road, but it's a 110 road. And I haven't driven any car yet that reads all the signs right. Every time I drive the car, any car, it shows some roads wrong. And if you want to turn off some other chimes or other safety systems, you just go into the car and you go to driver assistance, and here you have Xpeng assist, so active safety, driving and parking, some different systems for all of them. Forward collision warning, you can turn it off, you can have it on low, moderate or high, obstacle avoidance and so on. You have all your safety systems here. If I press the driving selector one time, I will activate the cruise control, the active cruise control, so it will brake and keep the distance in the car in front of you. If I press it 2 times, you will activate X-Pilot. So X-Pilot is on, it will steer, it will also change lanes for you when you put on the blinker. Working great for me. Even the lane change has worked flawlessly, worked every time. And as long as you just touch the steering wheel, it doesn't complain how you hold the steering wheel. But overall it works great. If you don't look in front of the road, you have some cameras here to the left, and it will start complaining if you play with the screen too much. But overall, it doesn't complain that much. It's a good system. If you keep your eyes off the road too long, or if you see you're yawning, it will warn you pretty fast. So it seems to be working great. It is actually one of the better lane changing assists. It's really easy to use. Now I just passed the car, you can see it on the screen. Let's try just to put blinker, pressing 1 time, and it's changing. And I don't even have to hold the steering wheel. Works great. It does it pretty fast, but without being too twitchy. It's pretty confident when it does it, so works great. When it comes to the steering wheel, the design is pretty decent. I really like the two-tone color with the black and the cappuccino color. And it's a special look, but I think it looks premium. It feels really premium. The fit and finish seems great. So to the left side of the steering wheel, you have left and right, and here you will change the distance between you and the car in front of you, both in X-Pilot but also in the adaptive cruise control setting. In the middle, you have a scroll wheel, and here you will change the speed that you're driving. In the left bottom, you have a microphone, so voice commands. Okay, now it wanted to change lanes. Okay, so always keep your hand on the steering wheel because you want to take the exit. Why? I don't know. On the left bottom, you have a microphone, and this is for the voice assistant. And the last button here on the left side is this star. You press that, and you have the cameras. So this is your favorite buttons, and the cameras are mapped for now, but you can choose a lot of other things. When it comes to the right side of the steering wheel, you have your skip the songs, so back and next. Middle, you have the volume knob, and when you press it, you will mute it. On the left bottom, you have the back button, so if you are in a menu, say the car, you press it, you go back, so you don't have to fiddle around in the screen. And the last one is the mute, so you mute the sound. I don't know why you have it. You also have it on the middle scroll wheel, but the scroll wheel is probably only music and the other one is probably GPS and so on. So a more mixed one. But overall, I think the controls are really intuitive and they're really easy to use. So if I turn off the adaptive cruise control and Xpilot, when I press left and right, I change the air volume, so how much the fans will blow on me. And up and down will be the temperature. So this one is a smart steering, so you can change it depending on what you're doing. So if you have your adaptive cruise control or Xpilot on, it will change the speed and also the distance. But if you don't have it on, it will change the temperature or the fan speed, and you can change these in the menus also. So it's a really great system, and the steering controls, I think, is one of the best ones in its segment. Really easy to understand. Maybe it can get a bit confusing in the beginning because it's changing depending on if you have cruise control on or off. But I think more brands should implement this type of system. It's not too many buttons, but they are real buttons. They work great, they look pretty decent, and these dogs are really premium feeling and work great overall. The right one is your drive selector, or in old names, gear selector. And the left one is your beams, your window wipers and so on. So one thing that's a little bit lacking on the Xpeng cars is related to the software. And if you look at the energy curve, this looks good, but you have about 2.5 kilometers, about 20 kilometers, 100 kilometers since start. So here I can see the consumption, but since start is reset every time you start your cruise. You have a trip A and you have a trip B, but it's only kilometers. You don't have any consumption numbers for those. So if you're doing a long trip, say 1,000 kilometers, you cannot save the trip's consumption, only the kilometers. Maybe this is a niche, but I would like to see the total consumption of the car. It is time to summarize the range and consumption of the Xpeng G9 performance. It was 7 degrees outside, cloudy but dry roads, so not optimal conditions, but not that bad. The final consumption landed on 19.2 kilocalories per 100 kilometers, and that's a real world range of 480 kilometers, or 89% of the stated WLTP. That's actually a really good result. Almost 90% is one of the better ones, considering the conditions. I also did a high-speed range test of 120 km per hour GPS speed, or 124 km per hour indicator in the instrument cluster, and the average consumption landed on 27.5 kilocalories per 100 kilometers, and that's a real world range of 335 kilometers. It's not the best, it's a big and heavy car, but the conditions was not perfect. It was 5 degrees outside, it was damp roads, light rain sometimes, so not optimal conditions. Something to mention is that I drove the car in eco mode, but I turned off eco mode on the AC, because otherwise, even though I put the car on 22 or 23 degrees, I will freeze. So I put the car in 21 degrees without eco mode on the AC, and that was decent inside the cabin. Next up is the cabin noise test. We always measure the cabin noise on the same road, same stretch. We put the microphone in head height on the passenger side. We measured 50, 70, 90 and 110 kilometers per hour. And the G9 is amazing. It's one of the quietest cars in its segment, and you feel cocooned when driving it. It feels amazing. You can just sit in it and relax. Driving the highway, it feels like you're driving 90 kilometers per hour when you're up at 120, 130 kilometers per hour. It feels amazing. It's on par with the old G9, that was amazing too. So 56.5 decibels was the average noise level for this cabin. Amazing results. The only quieter cars are the Mercedes G-Class G580 EQ technology, and that's a body on frame, so normally they are more quiet, especially the premium ones. That's a lot more expensive. Another car is the Neo ET7, and that's a full-size sedan, so automatically a little bit more quiet because it's a sedan, and also a full-size premium car, also more expensive. So great work from Xpeng to deliver this quiet car for this price. To the last topic, and this is charging. I will only cover the basics in this video because we have already done a charging video of the Xpeng G9, and it's linked up here. There we go through why you can't achieve the full advertised speed and how the charging works and so on. It's a really interesting video, so check that one out. But we drove the car to a newly installed 600 kilowatt charger and charged the car from 10 to 80%, and it took 11 minutes and 40 seconds, which is crazy. The G9 is one of the fastest charging cars, if not the fastest charging car in Europe. We didn't see the maximum top speed of 525 kilowatts that Xpeng advertises, but we saw 452. But still, it delivered 20 seconds faster charging than specified 12 minutes. So still great work Xpeng, but they could advertise the maximum speed as 452. That would be more honest. Let me summarize the G9, my thoughts and my feelings of it. The G9 standard range rear-wheel drive starts at 720,000 SEK or 65,000 euros. And in Sweden at least, it comes with a premium package and also a tow hitch as standard. So a really great deal, and the range is not that bad for being a standard range. This one, but not this one because this is a G6, but the one I drove, the G9 Performance, starts at 850,000 crowns or 77,000 euros. That also comes with premium package and a tow hitch as standard, at least for now, time of filming. And the only thing you can add as an extra are exterior colors and also the black edition, so also cosmetic, but the black edition looks menacing. 850,000 crowns or 77,000 euros are not cheap, but the G9 is not a cheap car. It's a premium full-size SUV, and I think it's the cheapest premium full-size SUV with this quality, fit and finish, materials, sound system, cabin noise, performance, looks, overall luxury. You have massage seats in the back, in the front, cooled seats, amazing interior overall, and it's just an amazing car. For 77,000 euros, I don't think you can get a more premium car than the G9. I mean, the SQ6 is a lot more expensive, and you don't have the fit and finish and the quality of materials as you have in the G9. The Q8 e-tron, the same there. The BMW iX doesn't look as good. I don't like it in the same way. It's still a really amazing car, but it's more expensive, spec for spec. The Neo EL7, EL8, a lot more expensive. The G9 has a lot of presence. It's amazing to drive, amazing charging, decent range. There's still some shortcomings of this amazing car. There's no adaptive headlights, so no matrix headlights, and the auto high beam is not the best. It blinds a lot of people and turns off too early sometimes, too late sometimes, and it's not perfect. I think adaptive headlights should be a must for this car in this price segment and this full-size SUV. I'm also expecting true loading in the back seat, or at least a middle seat that folds so you can have longer items. Another thing that I really miss is a heads-up display, and Xpeng doesn't use any heads-up display, and I think it's a big miss, and I'm expecting that for a price segment of this car. I mean, we have Skodas for almost half the price with heads-up display right now. That shouldn't be that hard to implement. I know that the front is short, but I don't know, maybe it's just me. I'm expecting those things. It's not a deal breaker for me. As I said, for this price, if I was a full-size SUV, I would go for the G9 Performance. Love this car. Comment down below, would you choose a BMW iX or maybe a Q8 e-tron or maybe a Neo EL7 or EL8? Let's have a discussion. I will try to answer as fast as I can. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and consider becoming a member. And as we always say, stay electric.